Look what showed up on the porch today. Figured I already cracked it open. Well, the main box anyway, just to, oh, you know, get the foam out. All the, not even foam anymore. What do they use now? They use those, like, air packets now. They're not allowed to use styrofoam anymore. But, got all that out, so this has not been opened yet. Look what I got. I am so excited. I saw this at Reef Stock X, I was going to say a few weeks, it's almost probably a few months now, like a month or two ago. It's also where I got to meet Joey and see him speak and all that, and that was fun. Fun little event. So here is the Kessil control cable for the Apex. What else do I got? Huh. Reef Palooza, New York. Orlando. Thanks, BRS. Some swag. Advertising, I guess, their booth at the next shows. Oh, of course. The tape. We can deal with that. Trying to do this one-handed is probably not the safest thing in the world, huh? Not as if I haven't done that before. Alright. I mean, you know, it's not as if this part of it is really anything different from an A80, right? Because technically this is basically just an A80 with a different set of LEDs in it with a different color range. So, you know, no different from a tuna sun, from a tuna blue. This is a tuna flora, I guess they're going to call it. So, let me, alright, that's off of there. I love how they put the cord through this thing. I'm going to have to probably undo this wire to get it out of there. The look of it. Alright. Little wire tie. Let's get this sucker out of here real quick. Oh boy. What a pain in the ass. Okay. That's awesome. Alright, so the part everyone wants to see. Let's just plug it in, right? And this is likewise my first time ever seeing it, so you guys will be as excited as me, I guess. Oh, it's a mess in here, but this was where my hospital tank was. I've now got that moved. It's going to go downstairs, I think. But let's plug this sucker in. Gotta love the finger shot there. Oh yeah, whoa. That is some red. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn off the light in the room. And wow. Whoa, that is bright. I was worried this wasn't gonna be as bright as my existing light in my Fuge. But I don't know. This might be brighter. And supposedly that one is 24 watts, but it's a cheapo Chinese thing. Oh, look at that. I'm not trying to show you my rack here. This is not a very good color scale. But honestly, even the phone doesn't do this color justice. I mean, what it looks like in reality versus what it looks like on the phone is it's way deeper. Like, this is like making my wall look like neon solid red, but on the phone it almost looks like it's washed out. Let me see if I can. Yeah, see, my phone is like trying to compensate for the color or something with the white balance. Needless to say, this is really intense colors. Oh, I'm excited to get this on the tank. But well, I'll do a separate video for that, I guess. If you, yeah, I can't even remotely show you how bright this thing is. And it is a Kessil, so you know the color that comes out of it is completely solid. There is no indication of any separate LEDs except for maybe right on the edge. See, right on the edge you can sort of see a hint of what's being blended, but you gotta love a Kessil, man. There's no sign of a separate coloration. I mean, this thing dims, like the color, the way that it changes is just wow. It's cool. I've never had anything even remotely like this before. I mean, you know, I've only had those cheap Taltronics bulbs or whatever from Amazon, 12 watt, 24 watt. It costs like $20, something like that. But they're not adjustable, and they can't change from one spectrum to another like this. This is just crazy. I'm not sure where it should be. I'm guessing, well, it actually is labeled here. Let me see here. Color. So you've got blue. I can't see where it's shit. Well, so you got blue. Then you got grow. This is grow. So even though I might not be able to see it, it's hard to get the focus. And then this is bloom. And then this is red. That is very red. Cool. Alright, well, you know, shining it on my wall is nice, but I'm curious to see what the penetration on the Kato is in my Fuge. I'm also kind of curious what color they'll end up recommending for, you know, this fixture. I don't know what I'm supposed to use for Kato. I know Kato likes anything above 5500 Kelvin or something like that, but what does that translate into on this thing? So is that maybe more blue, more purple? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I know right now my lights are mostly purple, and I can certainly set it as close to those as possible. It's probably something like this or this. Probably something somewhere in here. But now I can do blue, I can do red. It's just crazy. Very cool. And what else did I get? I got a goodie box, so you know it's not just that. I already showed you guys the cable. Turn the lights back on in here. And I also bought the what is this? The mini gooseneck. And this is just the thing to hold it. I'm gonna do similar to my existing gooseneck, except it's just gonna be a Kessil on it instead of a whatever it is, that socket, just the standard light bulb socket on a gooseneck. At least the one I paid for, you know, wasn't that, don't have much into it, but this, of course, I have a little bit more into. Looks like it comes with a bracket to mount it on the wall. Don't really need that. That's useless to me. This pretty much looks like a miniature version of the one I have on the main Kessil on the tank. So, oh, I'm so excited to get this on there. Alright, I'm going to do a separate video to get it on the tank. Maybe tonight. We'll see how that goes. I may even just do a video after it's installed. It's so fidgety to work on the tank these days without someone else shooting the video for me. It's really, I don't know how I would even do it. There's just, it's such a small stand, such a small tank, just, you know, well, not a small tank, it's 24 by 24 by 24, but it's small size-wise, but it's big volume-wise, and but the room under the stand is, there's just none. So we'll see if I can do a video or not, but one way or another, we'll get this mounted. Alright, till next time, folks. There it is. The Kessil H80 Tuna Flora Dense Matrix LED. Actually, you know what? Before we do the end of this, let's show the Dense Matrix LED. You know, some people say, what makes a Kessil a Kessil? And you can see this is a single diode. Well, it's not it's a single piece of plastic with multiple diodes inside of it. And yeah, who else does that? You tell me. I've heard of people that do it, but they use them in combination with tons of other lights. It's not really the same thing. They also have a reflector. Anyone who has a flashlight or is in the flashlight nerding community, which I used to be when I was younger, nerding out on LED flashlights and stuff when they just were starting to come to market. I was even modifying other flashlights, putting LEDs in them, all that kind of stuff. Reflectors versus optics was always an argument back then, but ultimately, look at what most flashlights have always had over the years. Everyone always has a reflector. And, when you have a single point source, a reflector is awesome. And that's what this is. So a reflector is perfect, just like a metal halide. If you were having a metal halide, you'd have a reflector. This type of light with the reflector and the correct optic, this is to me what this is what LEDs all should be about. Other companies are taking it other directions, but Kessil knows what's up. I think the other thing I'd like to see is diffusers and things in combination with multiple of things like this. That could be very interesting. So, yeah. There it is. Alright, for real now. Until next time.